All right, come on, settle in. We need to have a talk. You keep coming to me, whispering about ambition, about power, about finding a faster way. But before you take one more step down that road, you are going to listen to a story. Think of it as a cautionary tale.
You see that shimmering thing you're so busy forging? You really think it's some golden chain of freedom, something that's gonna pull you up to greatness? But I'm telling you, it's not a chain, it's a leash. I'm gonna tell you about a scholar named Caduceus, a mind so brilliant it was blinding, probably a lot like your own. And he made one fatal, fundamental mistake. He looked at the leash of his own ambition and saw a golden chain of freedom. Now you listen close, because you're walking the exact same path.
It all kicked off with an arrogant bet. See, Caduceus was impatient. He was tired of the grind. He wanted to skip all the hard work, the slow burn that forges real wisdom. He wanted a shortcut. And the universe, well, the universe always collects a price for shortcuts.
So let's look at the man himself, Caduceus. He was drowning in knowledge, but absolutely starving for real power. He felt buried under what he called a heavy stone house of manuscripts. He figured the only way out was to fly. So his big plan? Use some forbidden arts to cheat the natural order of things, something called the logic of zero. That's the simple, fundamental truth that just your own existence is enough. A deeply foolish plan from start to finish.
So what did he do? He went to the dark places, the shifting shales of Tartarus. He sought out ancient fallen powers, the Grigori, and he made a deal. He traded away the most valuable thing he had, his own life force, his vitality, all for something they called the spirit of gravity. He thought it was a power that would let him command the world. In reality, it was just going to weigh him down until he sank.
And this wasn't some simple handshake. The other side of the table was crowded. You had Samyaza, the leader of the Descent, who offered him raw power, the sorcery of the blood. Then there was Gadriel, the spirit of negation itself, who gave him the arts of war, showed him how to turn his own reason into a savage weapon. And then there was Azazel. His gift was the most dangerous of all, cosmetics for the soul, the mirrors of vanity, the tools to lie to yourself and actually believe it.
I need you to understand this. This wasn't some business contract you could get a lawyer to break. It was a promise signed in blood. Every little victory he had from then on was just one more step toward the final bill coming due. When you gamble with your own soul, the terms are always absolute. Caduceus genuinely believed he was building an empire, a monument to his own genius. But the real architect here wasn't Caduceus. It was his pride. And pride doesn't build palaces. It builds prisons.
And let's be clear, this gilded prison, it's not a place with bars and locks. You can't see it. You can't touch it. It's a fortress you build inside your own skull. A beautiful, shining cage made of vanity, constructed for one reason and one reason only, to hide the rot that's spreading through your soul.
And here's the blueprint. It's terrifyingly simple. Step 1, you take all your darkness and you wrap it up in holy robes. You justify it. Step 2, you use Azazel's little gift, that mirror of vanity, and you gaze into it until you can only see what you want to see, your triumphs, your strength, while all your fear and grief just disappears from view. And finally, step 3, you use those beautiful lies to build walls in your mind, a fortress to keep the ugly, uncomfortable truth out. Right, now every prison needs a warden. And the warden of this particular place, well, he runs a very special kind of system. We'll call it the vile economy. And its manager, the minister, he plays the long game.
Meet the Minister of Misery. He didn't build a single wall of Caduceus prison. Why would he bother? See, his job isn't to create anything. His job is to negate, to cancel out all genuine spiritual growth. He just sits back and profits from the hard work of ambitious fools locking themselves away. He just oversees the rot.
And here you see the two competing systems, side by side. On the one hand, you have the vile economy that Caduceus bought into, a system where truth is a luxury item and your soul is the cheapest commodity on the market. And on the other, you have the logic of zero that he tried to cheat, the system that says truth is the only path forward and that any status you haven't truly earned is just poison. So what's it actually like inside that beautiful prison you've built for yourself? It's probably pretty quiet. It's safe. The truth can't get to you. And it is pure, soul-crushing torment, because inside those gilded walls, something begins to fester. This is the true genius of the minister's game. It's really a cosmic-level practical joke. He doesn't punish you with pain or failure. Oh no, he gives you exactly what you screamed for: the power, the fame, the wealth, every single thing you told yourself you needed to be happy. And that's the punchline. The minister hands you the entire world on a silver platter, just so you can experience the unique agony of holding it all and feeling nothing. You get the trophy, but the victory feels hollow. You have all the power, but you feel completely insignificant. The ultimate suffering is getting everything you ever wanted, only to find out it's all empty. And this feeling, this gnawing emptiness, it actually has a name: the internal hellmouth. It's not fire and brimstone, kid. It's the quiet, constant, grinding regret for the life force you so eagerly traded away. It's looking back at your life's work and seeing nothing but a tribunal of ash, an abyss you dug with your own two hands. So is there a way out? Yes, but it's not some clever escape plan. It's a demolition project. The only way out of a prison you built yourself is to tear the whole damn thing down, stone by gilded stone. The process is called a self-undergoing, and that name is perfect because it means you have to go down into the foundations, down into the rot you've been so desperate to ignore. It is painful, it is humbling, and it is the only path to freedom. The path to getting out has three main parts. First, you have to throw off that heavy stone house of status you never really earned. Just let it all go. Second, you have to finally look at your own reflection without Azazel's mirror. You have to face the truth. And finally, you embrace the logic of zero, that terrifying but ultimately liberating realization that you, just you, by yourself, are enough. This is the lesson Caduceus finally learned, right at the very end. The kingdom he was so desperate to build was never out there. The peace he craved couldn't be won with power or knowledge. It was inside him the whole time, buried deep beneath the fortress of his own pride. So I'll ask you again, that golden chain you're working on so hard, those beautiful walls you're putting up, who's the real architect of your prison? Who's holding the blueprints? Think about it.